Martin from Secrets, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to the daily pre-market analysis show where we look at what happened in the market and how we can plan for better trade for the next day. And look at this. This is the weekly charts of the Nifty and the Banknifty that you're seeing here, and the same trend line channels we start with every day since the last several days. Look at this. Today we still have a close inside the trend line on the edge. You can say Banknifty, yeah, doing good. It's also moon up. The wick size shows the support that you see for the Banknifty. So there is still more or less on a week to week basis. Nothing much has happened, and let's see the normal charts of daily and see what exactly happened today. So it's a flat close on the Nifty, right? It could not manage. It is a green close, so definitely on top of the channel. On the edge of the channel on the daily charts, if you see, and it did not manage to close above the previous high. How about Bank Nifty? That's where the strength is seen, and you can clearly see that there is a wide range candle, an open is equal to low candle, and definitely bullish. No hurdles above, but if there is a hurdle in the Nifty, which is very close by, which is a gap resistance, which was created when it was gapping down 2 days back, right? So. Not much reason. Let's get into more details. So this is for expiry day tomorrow, Thursday, August 25th, and let's summarize it. So the green close for Nifty, wide range bullish, open is really low, which is a bullish pattern that's seen on the Bank Nifty. Nifty intraday it was range mount. Bank Nifty also intraday it was range mount, but Bank Nifty broke out after 3 o'clock. Heavy buying in the bank index came in after that. So overall it is a flat day, 0.16 gain on Nifty, but nearly 1%, like 0.88 gained in Bank Nifty. So remember we had corrected 3.4 to 4.4 kind of correction had happened after a rally of 18 to 23% earlier swing low, right? So that's a good correction after a good rally. Now Nifty and Bank Nifty bounce from the 20 DMA. It is a CIP bounce. It is a divergence that is in play. We have seen all this. That's still in progress. No, it's intact for today. So the only thing is 17,711 has got a gap resistance on the top, which is very easy to take out on expiry day if the plan is to go up, right? So that's immediate resistance, and we'll see the support resistance below. But the main thing is it's still inside the trend line channel. There is no clear-cut confirmation that has come in of breaking out. But Bank Nifty are doing good, and it's already outside. And it also closed above the previous swing high from where it slipped a few days back, right? So that's the Nifty, just for reference. So that's the summary. Let's get in, so that's the price action that we're talking about, and let's get into the support resistance levels. 17,711 is the resistance, first resistance on the upside. After 18,000 is a heavy resistance. Bank Nifty 39,750 and 40,160 is two resistance zones on the upside. Previous swing high is what both are, or our previous swing highs except 1711 on the gap on the Nifty. 17,500 will be a good support on the previous swing low. 17,350 of the previous swing low can be a support. Similarly, Bank Nifty 38,000 will be a good support as the previous swing low, and then 37,250 would be a support below that. Right. Match this with the few options OI levels that we have seen. Right. It's 17,000 and 18,000 and 38,000 and 40,000. So match this, correlate these two, and then find your place for entry and exit. So expiry day tomorrow. So volatility contraction has happened on the Bollinger Bands. It has happened yesterday also. Today it is confirmed that it's a, so it clearly indicates there is a sideways movement from a short-term point of view. Momentum is bullish. Both Nifty and the Bank Nifty, momentum is bullish, and momentum has taken a support. You can clearly see that there is a bullish reverse divergence, positive reverse divergence, which is started walking in favor. It can go up to 18,000. So that's what it indicates. So it's still in progress, and the momentum is rising on both indices, if you see. But trend has a problem. Trend had crossed over to bearish zones on Nifty, and there is a bend which indicates a losing of strength. So yeah, so that bend is a trouble. So otherwise the trend is fine. That's on. We are talking about the trend. No, so the only problem is this, that it has taken a bend, and we have to be cautious on the short term on that. But VIX had cooled off. That's a good thing, right? It was very close to 19 point something yesterday, and after continuous 2 days of spiking, but VIX has cooled off to 3.25, 3% down. But still is not very far, so you have to be cautious. Tomorrow is expiry, you have to be extremely cautious. VIX volatility can be too much. Look at this option why we already discussed the support resistance, but look at the range between the price put and the call. It's too wide. That indicates that the option writers are not sure where the market is going to swing. Put writers think it is 17,000 and call writers think it's 18,000. So it can be volatile. Each of these writers will try to protect their positions. Banknifty also is wide. Just 1 day ahead of the monthly expiry, 38,000 and 40,000. PCR is near to bullishness, although Banknifty is showing clear bullishness. It's 0.84 on Nifty and 1.01 is clear bullishness on the Banknifty. So the put call ratios. So futures wise is showing long build up today, despite all the things, all the drama that happened. So overall options in futures and PCR, open interest is clearly showing there is bullishness. VIX is cooled up, which is good. Trend is slightly on the edge. Momentum is clearly bullish. Volatility is showing consolidation and no big breakdowns. Volatility contraction is what it indicates. Patterns are clearly showing bullishness, especially in the bank nifty. Now let's get to the sectors that perform. So metal and the reactive, two sectors that perform today. FMCG and metal, they maintain short-term bullishness. Right? There are two sectors that maintain the short-term bullishness. But today performance was metal and reality. FMCG is the most bullish, you can say, because in the weekly also it's bullish. Heavyweights, banging all the heavyweights in the banks like Private Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, all of them performed today. IT did not perform. IT stocks, Infi and TCS did not perform. Lens also was kind of flat, did not perform. ICICI Bank is the only stock which is good. Short-term momentum is clear and defined. Fyers did not buy much, but even they are not selling itself is enough for the market to hold the market. It was DI who sold 300 crores, but Fyers continued to be buy today also, but very small, namesake 23 crores. But it's okay. Institutions are not selling, so the market is going to stay there at least. Crude oil is kind of flat sideways, but it has climbed above the 90, so it's not that positive. But as long as it's below 100, it should be okay. Dollar rising, that's a trouble. USD INR also very close to the rupee week values near 280, 79.78, and dollar keeps on rising to all-time high, 20-year high kind of levels. So that's clear concern. Dollar is okay. Flat kind of moves. Gold is crashing in the edge. Hedging is flat and using dice is at bad close, bearish selling pressure is there. It slipped down from the support zone, so you have to keep a close watch. But sometimes our market is ignoring the global cues. So when we had seen 600 points of Dow fall, our market performed yesterday. But still, that does not happen every day. So if there is a big move that is happening pre-market tomorrow morning, then that indicates we have to be cautious extra. On the downside, maybe what may happen. But overall, there is selling pressure and bearishness has come in. Although the momentum has slipped from bullishness to sideways. So bearishness, there is bearishness in the US indices, all of them, Nasdaq, S&P 500 and Drawdowns all, right? So two stock picks, so one is Federal Bank and another is Ambuja Cement, both alongside. Just quickly touch on that, I don't know whether you have time for that. The reasons where Federal Bank had given a good breakout. See, all the banks, a big wide range bullish candle, right? Momentum in the weekly also sideways, weekly also in the bullish zones. Trend is bullish. All clear bullishness is there, and it is also a rounding pattern, very long rounding pattern that is probably breaking out. So weekly also it looks fine. Chart patterns, momentum trend, everything looks fine. Ambuja is having some acquisition, some news, and this is also showing good charts and price movement. There is bullish divergence here. Then Federal Bank also has got bullish reverse divergence, which indicates that there can be a move. Ambuja also is having that good trend and good momentum. And Bollinger Band's expansion is happening. Some retracement has happened after a spike, so you can go back to that, giving good trend, good swing opportunities to take profit from, right, for the coming day. So Ambuja Cements and Federal Bank for the next day. Let me just wrap up the market before the next day. So it's mild bullishness, you can say. Several factors. Let me just summarize that. So banks are clearly shown, strong buying that is happening at 3 o'clock. You have seen that today is a big move that is happening. So there is enough strength and it is trading above 39,000. Nifty is not that, it's kind of consolidation sideways action. It's cautiously, it's not able to close above the previous day's high. But remember that we had a big rally of 18% in the Nifty, 23% of the Bank Nifty. So if we had corrected 3.5, 3.5%, and 4.5% of the Bank. It's in 2-3 days we corrected that, and it's fair enough now. Now there is some consolidation, some breather that may be required to break out of the 18 levels. It may not happen tomorrow. It will take time, but otherwise, bullishness is there and there. If I continue to buy, momentum divergence is still working. Momentum is taking a support of the RSI 60 and it's bouncing up, banging strength. PCR is very good. This is all bullish hopes, right? So monthly expiry, you never know what happens. The range is very extreme. Indication of extreme high volatility can be there. 17,000 to 18,000. Too much of price movement and choppiness can be there. But still there is my bullishness that is indicated by several factors that we already seen. So I maintain mild bullishness for the next tomorrow, right? If that helps you to frame your view for the next day, your trade plan, if that my view helps you to analyze you to frame your own view and trade plan, then consider it in the help button, like button, put in your comments, feedback, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and please share to all. We have very few subscriptions. Thanks in advance. Happy trading here.